Okay, today I'm kind of stoked. Number one, because I got this piece of 12 gauge bronze. Don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it yet, but I'll figure out something to do with it. I'm also super stoked about this. This is spring steel, and it's the same stuff that's used for garage doors. The spring that opens and closes them. What I did was I called this local company that has that installs overhead doors, and I just called them on a whim and I asked if they had any extra little pieces of the springs laying around, because spring steel is really good steel. It'll get hard. You can temper it. So I talked to this really nice lady, and she said, "Oh yeah, I can get Lawrence or whatever the guy's name is to get you some. Come on by a little later and get it." So I went out there after an hour or two, and I got this and this. I sort of spitballed it, and I think I've got something along the lines of about 700 or 800 linear feet of 1/4 inch round spring steel. I have no idea what I'm going to do with all of it, but what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take this, I'm going to heat it up and straighten it out, so I'll have some straight round spring steel stock to work with.
Doing spring steel.
I don't know if the colors show up on this video, but there's some yellow flames coming off of that. I think it's some sort of oily residue or anti-corrosion residue. I'm going to wait for all that to burn off before I start messing with it. Okay, now if my calculations are right, that coil of spring is going to wind up being about 12 feet long. If I start uncoiling it just from one end, I'm going to run out of forge space pretty quick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start in the middle. That way I'll always have a coiled bit that I can stick in there and continue to unravel. Once I get one end all unraveled, I'll spin it around and stick the other coiled end in there and start from the middle and unravel that. Trying to straighten it out roughly. When it comes time to use each individual piece, I'll just cut it off and straighten it out much more thoroughly when it's time to use each individual section of it. I'm going to try to hook the end of this to the board, the anvil, and then bit by bit rotate this out to straighten it. Half of this done. Now I can stick the other half in here and start loosening it. process. Heating this up, unrolling it. I don't want to get it too wrinkly. But that's okay. Alright, what we have here with a hammer for scale is approximately, I'd say 12 feet of stretched out 1/4 inch round stock spring steel. And much like my scrotum, it's kind of wrinkled and ugly, but I think it'll do. To put into perspective this find I've got, this piece, 12 feet long, came from one short coil like this. And I have this to work with. So, if anybody wants some spring steel, I would suggest you ask the guys at the local garage door company if they've got any of that stuff hanging out, because that's what you can turn it into. Thanks for watching.